by BetterHelp.
Come on, Matt. You already know what it is. You already know what it is.
Last one! Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the world.
Gogeta fight Vegito!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question. Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is
Trust me,
stronger?
trust me.
Gogeta, the
I haven't
combo great.
I haven't seen this one, but everybody's saying that this one is atrocious.
Than Legends.
Gogeta versus Vegeta, I'm always claiming Gogeta. I'm always claiming Gogeta. I don't care. I'm always claiming
Or
Gogeta.
Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods.
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's Z, GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, Toei's Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
We're bringing heroes into this? And the scaling is so inconsistent. Yeah, their scaling is fucking horrible. It's
And
horrible.
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Literally.
Imagine, it's
Literally.
1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude.
When did that movie come out? Did it say 1985? Is that what it just said?
I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf
Wait, what?
showed up, but then it happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option
This is also
left.
peak. I don't give a
They
fuck. This is
merged
hard as
into
shit.
a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, you peaked at 8.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year.
I actually never knew this one. I didn't know that until like
The son
recently.
of royalty and the lower class champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan, but I think this comes close.
This method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we never actually see.
But I'd guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance. On top of an incredibly
Bro,
precise
Fusion's tough though.
movement,
Fusion's tough though.
this
Fusion's
technique
tough though.
requires
Come on.
both parties to match power
Fusion's
levels in order to fuse
hard.
successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy to screw up, trust me. But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Brain.
Hardest
Okay,
movie.
Gogeta's
Crazy.
super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion.
In my opinion, I think Stardust Fall is the best looking attack in the show. Other than Stardust Breaker, I think
And
Stardust
the
Fall is
ultimate villain killer,
so hard.
Stardust Breaker.
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's how it took out
You
Janemba
feel
in
that
one
right.
shot. The guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devil Might Beam, which causes the evil within a person to explode and...
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Hard, my
Super
favorite.
Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation. Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black.
That was also
and
hard as
Ultimate
shit,
God
too.
Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those
Hearts
guys.
is also a tough
And
fight.
two Gogetas together could take on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan, Namekian, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Is this fan
okay.
fiction?
Hearts the God Whiner claimed Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than
I'm
before.
low-key not surprised
One was
they
in
made
Super
Zeno
Saiyan
like a
Blue
child,
Evolved,
pretty
the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool.
canon?
And there
I
are
know,
tons of
I know.
people who
They're-
think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue
They're
28
doing a
from
lot, right? They're doing
1995,
a lot.
the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limit. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
So, you know what I'm curious about is, like, are they comparing it to, like, Goku Black Arc Vegito? And then, because that's technically the strongest Vegito we've seen now. But then you got, if they're going non-canon, you got the fucking Dragon Ball Heroes Gogeta, which would annihilate, because they're much stronger than that, are they not? Or am I wrong? Like this, I'm so confused
In
now.
the spring of 1995, a demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a
literally.
merged being of unimaginable
Like,
power.
wouldn't it just make sense to to bring Dragon Ball Super Gogeta and then Dragon Ball Super Vegito? Like, they're both canon now, so like, why would not just use the canon version?
Does this sound familiar?
But there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only
it's
the gods
so
themselves
simple.
can rock bling like this. That's right, the Patara
Yeah, the
earrings
Pataras are
come from the
tough.
Kais, the gods that supervise the
These
universe.
guys
By placing one
hurt
earring on
me.
each person's opposite ear, the
Hurt
Patara
me.
forcibly fuses the two beings together, no power level matching required. In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
Vigoroth?
It's not that bad.
Oh, wow.
And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vejiku? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegeroth.
Oh, that one sucks too.
and do
Okay,
you-
Ford,
do you
now,
claim
let's talk
Gogeta's
about how he
stronger?
blows shit up real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are fittingly perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's
I also thought
signature
Dragon Ball
moves,
Kakarot was
such
amazing.
as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha way. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does.
This is also a hard fight, too.
The Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity. Like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules.
Yeah,
Unlike the
okay,
fusion
that makes
dance,
sense, yeah.
This form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused.
I mean, imagine if you actually were able to like keep the form for like the whole 30 minutes, like and the power levels not running out, it didn't matter.
So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur too.
Oh yeah,
Look,
there
Wiz,
was
I
that
think I'm
Vegeta that
having
came out. Right,
deja
Heroes. I
vu.
forgot about that.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the
Good
Potara
shout.
fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion.
No,
Not
no,
having
no,
to
no.
worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a
not
greater
Cumber.
effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing
think
that
he's
can
shown up
get
in
in
this
the
yet.
way of Vegito's
Oh.
awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Possibilities.
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's time for a death battle!
Oh, my thing's low? Yeah, let me turn it down a little bit. I wanna know who animates this shit.
What is this madness? Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you? Stuff it, Kakarot!
Okay, that was funny. 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 That was actually funny. That was funny. That was funny. At least you got a shiny. Of course, started base, of course. Team of the people that animate Ruby. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. That makes. I forgot the animate Ruby. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That was a good list. How are you?
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
Watching Gogeta versus Vegito.
My turn. gotcha! Guess it's now or never.
I fucking swear on everything, if this kills Vegito, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Oh man, that was epic! Totally worth the wish. Oh, I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the...
Fusion dance can fail if performed improperly. That shouldn't be a downfall. That shouldn't be a fucking downfall. Short duration K, yeah. Has more canonical victories. Wait, has more canon victories. Oh, I guess that's true, didn't it? Because they didn't technically beat Zamasu. They also didn't technically beat Kid Buu, but they could have. I mean, technically he didn't beat Broly because he didn't actually kill him. So, okay. More exclusive techniques considered stronger by more official sources. Longer duration, no power matching required. Now, how do you feel about this right now? I don't know. I personally, I just might be bullshit.
Time limit, though it's not so clear cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegeta or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta.
Wait. So if they're putting that into effect, why are they even bothering making this whether it's canon versus non-canon? Like if you're looking at canon versus non-canon, you're looking at like the perfect versions of all of them. But then you're gonna you're gonna say, oh, they might fuck up a little bit, so they're gonna lose. Like, wait, what? Wait, that just confused the shit out of me.
You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope! He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Buu, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end,
but wasn't Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta only cocky in that sense because he knew he was stronger than Omega Shenron? Because he wasn't like that with the Broly fight. Because he knew that Broly was a menace. Wait!
Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was potarible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and Wiz. The winner is Vegito.
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting us this.
Yo, wait a second. Let me look at the